Okay.
Fuck Ari.
Oh wow, what the?
Miss Rucker spends all day planning, working, worrying. If only she'd spend part of her day cleaning up after herself.
Well,
The White Springs decor is refined and decadent. Don't listen to any naysayers.
Okay. I thought that actually bring us to the pet.
starting her donation drive today.
The lovely Miss Wagner.
But I guess you gotta talk to these guys first.
Well, hello, darling. A pleasure to meet another guest of our fine establishment.
Okay, so
I am
based on what
Orlando, your
little I
host
know,
and management liaison. If you'll
it
pardon me for
seems
just
that we
one
have to
moment,
do this,
that will
and
be
it
all.
will
Please
charge.
give my
It will
regards to
give
Miss
us
If you are here for
charge,
leisure,
and
I
that charge
regret
is
to
what we
inform
use
you
to
that
go
our
to the
regular
pit. So
resort activities are
I
temporarily
guess after you
unavailable.
get done doing your
However,
shit, I'll do
if
mine.
you are here for the refuge and the fine work of the lovely responders, I am delighted to welcome you on their behalf.
I really don't want to listen to the radio. But I hate the game's natural music, man. It's so ominous and shit. I don't like it.
Yes, I believe the originals had been quite a tragic tale.
Audio.
Such a noble endeavor. Fortunately, their ideals and organization have been revived, and this refuge is their new home. If I may be totally honest with you, dear, I have heard others use the responder's name as well.
Okay,
to
there
be
we go.
fair. But I think Appalachia could always use more people with such altruistic goals, so that's all right. I'm sure you agree.
Fuck out of here.
Are you really, dear? How marvelous. In that case, I'm sure you can't wait to get involved here. Ah, perhaps you have not heard. The White Spring is now home to the refuge, a place of safety and care for all in need. The refuge is being run by the responders, individuals committed to the well-being of their fellows. They founded the refuge in response to new waves of refugees coming to Appalachia, people in great need of help. Food, medical care, clothing, a place to sleep. All of these are available for those who need them.
Huh. This place is weird.
What a wonderful thing for you to ask, darling. I knew there was something special about you from the moment I saw you.
Oh yeah,
As
cool.
it happens, the responders are looking for volunteers to assist them in a particular outreach effort. Those industrious wonders have repaired a vertibird to full working order and are using it to make contact with more distant settlements.
Ooh.
They've made allies with people in Pittsburgh. The locals call it the Pitt now, who seem to be in dire need of outside assistance. If you don't mind me saying so, you look like you can handle yourself. You might be just who they're looking for.
Why?
Because I can. Why not?
Judging by what I've heard, it's an accurate one, sadly. Pittsburgh was bombed quite severely during the war. The poor individuals still living there have renamed it to better reflect its dreadful circumstances.
Fuck out of here.
Well, they'll be better able to explain the details, but I believe they're looking for fighters, actually. Their contacts in the pit are in something of a desperate situation, it seems, against a dangerous enemy. I hate the thought of you putting yourself
Ow,
in such
fuck.
danger, but it does appear to be for a good
I bit my
cause.
tongue.
Oh, you're terribly brave, aren't you, dear? Imagine if we all had such courage. Now, darling, before anybody bundles you off, the first thing you should do is introduce yourself to some of the responders. I just so happen to know a few in need of more local assistance, and helping them will earn you the other thing you'll need. That other thing, of course, being the ultrasight battery cells, which fuel the vertibird. Ultra cells, if you prefer.
I can't jump on her.
Why, from me, of course. Rather, from the management via me, that is. When management heard the responders were restoring the vertibird, they wished to help. They provided the ultracells, and I suggested them to the responders as an alternative means of fueling the vertibird. Per management instructions, I distribute a quantity to certain individuals regularly. Management feels this encourages collective decision-making rather than stockpiling. I'm sure they'd be willing to part with them in exchange for your aid. Our lovely Ms. Rucker is the
Hey, I'm gonna
closest
leave
thing
the
to a leader
quest
the
so I
refuge
can do this
has.
quest myself,
Though I
okay?
believe she's
I'm gonna leave the
less
team, I
than
mean.
comfortable with the title. You can find her in their headquarters, beyond the dining area. The darling chef, Miss Rousseau, needs some assistance in the kitchen, I
Oh, what
hear.
the fu- Oh, I
And Ms.
got
Wagner
removed from the
over in
instance,
the
okay.
common area is looking
Dumbass.
for donations. I'm
Whatever,
sure
I'll
your
just join on
generosity
my own.
will be well rewarded.
Yeah.
Wonderful,
That way,
my dear.
if it
I'm
turns
certain
out
you
something
will be a
stupid like,
tremendous help to them.
oh, because there's two of you, you both have to have your separate shit filled out, and only then can you both go, and that, or, best case scenario, we use up all yours, then we use up all mine, you know?
Yeah.
Do feel free to visit me at your leisure if you
yeah,
wish
we'll
to
see what
chat.
happens. That way,
I
at
have an
least
office
now
in
we're
the
both
management
getting it done.
wing. You can't miss it.
I don't know why, but, fuck you. No,
The
not
fuck?
that.
Well, hello there,
Okay.
stranger. Pleased to meet you. I'm Sophie Wagner.
Alright,
Look
here we go.
around. The Refuge. Quite a place, isn't it? I mean, sure, fancy pants golf club resort, that's nice, but I'm talking about the Refuge. A haven for the lost, the dispossessed, the hungry, and unfortunate. A monument to our ability to have compassion for
Aw.
each other. Isn't it grand? Isn't it worth preserving,
What's wrong?
building, growing?
I went out of Rainbow Sherbet. They have an energy drink called Rain. They come out with like a whole bunch of good flavors.
Now that's what I'm talking about. People supporting each other. You got the right spirit.
It's like they're reforming the responders.
Rutgers put me in charge of running a bit of a donation drive.
Yeah, which I'm actually
Have you
happy
met
about.
Rucker? She's amazing. You should. Anyway, it might surprise you to know an operation like this is always churning through supplies. We work hard to keep things in stock, and that funny Orlando character does their best to help out as well, but yeah, we still have shortfalls. So here
I'm
I
gonna
am,
go ahead
asking
and
generous
lower your
folks
volume
such as
so I can
yourself to
listen to
help
what
us
they
fill in
have to
those
say.
gaps and keep the refuge running.
Fuck you.
Let me check my notes. Rucker's been in a tizzy because we just don't have enough wood to keep up. It'd be a big help if you could donate
What
maybe
exactly
50 pieces
is
of
going-
scrap. One less thing on Rucker's mind, you know. That's okay. Who just carries that around in their pockets or whatever, right? I'll be here all day, though. If you want to come back, bring it by later. If you can, of course. You know where to find me. It'd really make my day if you did.
Okay, so you need wood.
To dirty it up a little.
Oh, that's what I should have done, because I don't have my fireproof uniform on this character.
Considering all the places I could have ended up, I'm extremely lucky.
Bonjour! My name is Esme Rousseau, but most people around here know me as Chef Esme.
We've had some representatives from Foundation and Crater come here seeking assistance with the recent influx of refugees. I thought that we could help them out by providing some food for their people. I've started a pot of venison and potato stew, one of my newest creations. Would you be able to help me finish it? How wonderful! I can't wait to whip up something delicious for everyone! The stew requires potatoes, venison, salt, black pepper, and carrots. The ingredients can be found in our storage area. Your job is to grab the ingredients and put them in before the stew burns. Super! Let's have you start by stirring the stew, which will help keep it from burning.
I love Esme's
Remember
cooking.
to continuously
It's been
stir
so long
during
since
the
I've had
cooking
food
process.
with actual.
Fantastique! Let's get the first of the ingredients and prepare them. You're looking
I
for
could really use a drink,
potatoes,
but Rutger wants us sober on the job.
venison.
Okay, this is a little bit weird.
Robot butlers. Is this a refuge or a palace? If you see anyone struggling out in Appalachia, be sure to tell them about the White Spring.
Always make sure to boil your water before you drink it.
Considering all the places I could have ended up, I'm extremely lucky I'm here. I've never felt safer.
Please have a seat. Someone will be with you shortly.
It's actually a lot more interactive.
Dash of this. A sprinkle of that. Perfection. This is smelling delicious. Let's add more flavor with some salt and pepper now.
Oh my god.
Didn't want to join up with me. Said the responder sounded
Fucking hate this back and forth first, so you have to.
Hang around those
Ah, I knew
mountains.
I saw salt.
Nothing to do with you.
Will be with you shortly.
I wouldn't want to be
Superbe!
I
Am I done?
a single person could be spread so. Now that your stew is done, it is time to add your own special touch. A restorative element? How inspired! Delicious and useful. I am sure whoever you choose to give it to will be very appreciative. Here is your finished stew. Now, it is time to feed some of the hungry. I believe you can find the raider and settler representatives in the bar area. You must make a choice, since there is not enough to feed everyone, I'm afraid. I'll do my best to gather more ingredients so that we can cook again another time.
I'm gonna do settlers, even though this picture is rigid.